In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create some customized banners or headers for either your class website or your LMS system. I am going to also give you some tips and tricks specific to Google Sites if you have a Google site for your class website. And I'm going to first show you how to do these things using Google Slides, and then I'll also show you how to do them in PowerPoint. So to get started, I first just wanted to point out that I have my text stickers in a folder right here on my desktop. That's just so it's easy to find because we are going to be using those. And then everything else is in Google Chrome. So I right now have open the large blank headers. So this is a Google slide presentation. I also have open the clip art and just a blank Google site so that I can show you what that looks like in there. The other thing that we're going to be using to build these banners is Google Drawings. So to get there, you need to type in drawings.google.com and it will open up and look like this. Kind of similar to Google Slides, but it has this checkered background. And this is where we're going to be doing most of our work. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to make this canvas size match this size here. So to do that, you can check the page setup by going to File and Page Setup, and this is where the dimensions are. So this one is 16.67 by 833. So I'm going to make this canvas the same size. So same steps. I'm going to go to File, Page Setup. I'm going to select Custom. And then I'm going to type in those dimensions and hit apply. Okay, now from here, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can build your headers. The first way that I'm going to show you is if you are not a Google site user, if you are using this for something else. So the first thing that we're going to do is you need to choose which background you want. I'm just going to choose this first one here. From the Google Slides presentation, we're going to download just this first slide as a PNG. You could do JPEG too, it doesn't really matter. So you would do that with whatever background you choose. And then I'm going to come over to here. I'm on my Mac, so I can just drag it like that. You can, if you're not, you can come over here to insert image and upload it from the computer and then find where that one is located. And then I'm going to resize it so that it takes up the whole canvas background and I don't see any of that checkerboard behind it. So once it's taking up the entire thing like that, I'm ready to start adding my text and any clip art that I want. So I'm just going to make a welcome to 5th grade banner. So to do that, I am going to come back to my desktop. I'm going to open up that folder with all the text stickers, and I am going to find, first I'm going to find welcome. These are alphabetical, so you just have to scroll all the way down to the W's. And there they are. Okay, I'm going to choose this one here. Now, I can, if you're on a Mac, you can copy and paste directly, and it should work on a PC too, I think. But you can copy and paste directly from here. If you're having trouble doing it that way, again, you can go in and just click the insert image and upload from the computer. Either way, you're doing the same thing. It's whatever is easier and more comfortable for you. So if you do it this way, one quick tip, you want to make sure that just the sticker that you want is highlighted. You don't want to double click and open it like this, or else that copy and pasting won't work. So highlight it like this and you can copy. I am just doing the keyboard shortcut, and then I'm going to paste. And there it is. So then I'm going to move it over and resize it just a little bit. There we go. And then I am going to do the same thing. I want to find two. And I want this script one here. So I'm copying it. I'm going to click outside of that welcome and then click to, or I'm sorry, click paste and resize that. Move it over. And I'm okay with that for being an example banner. I think that works. All right, and then I am going to find 5th grade. Oh, there we go. 5th grade, and I want this one. So again, I'm gonna copy, paste, and then drag this over, resize, make it nice and big, and take up that bottom section and center it like that. Okay, so I am good with that text. I'm pretty happy with that, how it's looking. So I want to add just a little bit of clip art over here. So I'm going to come over to my clip art, and I'm just going to pick this light bulb right here. And same thing, I'm just copying and pasting, and then I can move it and resize it. I'm also going to tilt it just a little bit, and that's it. I'm done. So I am happy with that. I'm ready to save it. So except that this looks a little, I guess it is a little off center. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, so I am going to title this Welcome Header. And then I am going to download it. You could do JPEG or PNG. It doesn't really matter because we don't need it to be a transparent background because we have a background there. But I like doing PNGs because the quality is just a little bit better, so your image should look a little bit crisper and not blurry at all. So I'm going to select PNG, and then it's going to open up just like that, and there it is. Okay, so like I said, this is perfect if you are planning to use these like in Canvas or Schoology or a Google Slide or something like that, not Google Sites, and I'm going to show you why. So I am going to come over to this Google site, and I'm going to insert what we just made. Let me find it. Oops. Welcome header, there it is. Okay, so it inserts just fine. Now these are sized to fit the large header type in here, so the large banner. So it fits perfectly. So you're probably like, Erin, what are you talking about? It's fine. Let me show you why. It's not the best option. One, you can already see that this part of the light bulb is getting cut off, and once we go into preview, a whole lot more is going to get cut off. So there's that. So you can see the whole top part of our welcome got cut off, 2 got cut off, the light bulb, 5th grade, all of it. Now, on these banners, these boxes here are actually guides for you. So everything inside of this box will show up in the large banner type for Google Sites. So this is not only decorative, it's to help you. So if you are building a banner and you want a guide, use one of these because this will show up, this will be nice and centered, and everything inside of this box will show up. Nothing will get cut off. So there's that. But here's the other problem. This is what my website would look like if I were viewing it on a desktop like I am now. But if you have students or families that are going to be viewing your website on a tablet, you can view what that looks like here by clicking down here, and you can see that now I'm also starting to get parts of it cut off on the sides. And the same thing happens if you switch to the phone view. It's even worse. So you can't see your banner at all. There's a workaround for that though. There's actually 2, and I'm going to show you both of them. So the first option that you have is you can delete this header altogether. And then you can click anywhere in this area, and you'll get, if you double click, you'll get this white little disc. And if you click the green cloud and upload, we're gonna find that same header, and we're gonna put it in just as a picture. So it's gonna insert like this. We can drag it all the way to that last guideline, and that will make it as big as it possibly can go. and we can hit this uncrop, and then it will uncrop everything so nothing's getting cut off. And then when we go into preview, you'll see that it'll resize as we change the view. This option, if you use it, you will have extra space on the side. So if that bothers you, don't worry, I have another solution for you, but I'm going to show you what this one looks like in preview just so you can see. So here we are in the phone view, and you can see, you can read and see the entire banner, so we're good to go there. It is going to resize for tablet and then also for the large screen. Notice though, for the large screen, you do have all of that extra space to the side. I think it still looks fine because it still looks like a banner, but if that's going to bother you, I totally understand that too. So like I said, I have another option for you. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to delete this again, and I'm going to add back a header. We're going to come back to this in a second. First though, I'm going to come over here to my Google Drawing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete our background. So I want to click on just the background, and I'm going to delete. So all I have left is the text and any clip art that I've added, and we're going to save this as a PNG with a transparent background. That means this is going to kind of become like a text sticker and a clip art sticker too, but we're going to insert it like a sticker, and so it's going to float over our background, and it will resize with our view when we do that. So I am just going to come up here to File. I'm going to download. This one I absolutely have to make sure that I click PNG, because if I click JPEG, it's going to give me a white background, and that's not going to work. So I'm going to click PNG, but before I do that, I'm going to rename this Welcome Sticker, and then I'll download. Okay, so it is right there. First though, I want to add in my banner. So I'm going to come in, and that came from this one. So there's just my blank banner that we started with. I'm going to get rid of this text box. Anytime if you're in Google Sites, you upload your banner and it either gets washed out like this, or sometimes it goes darker. That's the readability function for accessibility. You can turn that off right here by clicking these little stars, and then it'll go back to the way that you were expecting. Now this right here is the like regular banner type. So it's a little bit, it's not quite as tall. So those ones were scaled for the large banner. So I just click on large banner to get it back like that. And so here's my background. So now we're going to add that text sticker over the top of it. So in the middle, I'm just going to click, and I'm going to click that cloud again, and I'm going to find maybe the welcome sticker. There it is. Okay. So there it is. Now I can drag it over to the side. I can resize it so it's nice and big, and if I hit that uncrop, then it will all be there. Now this one, because we didn't follow those guidelines that I showed you over here, it still might get cut off up at the top and maybe a little bit at the bottom. That's why, again, I say use these to help you, because it's kind of a pain with Google Sites. There's no real workaround to that. But if you use these, I have placed them exactly where they need to go so that nothing gets cut off. So use those to help you. But let's take a look at what it looks like. We'll see what happens. Nope. Okay. So it didn't get cut off. So here's the large view, the large screen. And then if we flip to tablet, you see that nothing got cut off on the sides. It's just resizing it so it's a little bit smaller. And then again for the phone view. So that, I think, is the best workaround to the whole problem with Google Sites banners. They're kind of weird, but they're easily fixed, especially with something as simple as Google Drawings, where you can kind of lay it out this way. Okay, now I do also want to show you how to do the same thing if you are not comfortable using Google Slides and Google Drawings and you're a PowerPoint user. There's also a way that you can use PowerPoint to do the same thing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to open up a blank presentation in PowerPoint. It doesn't matter what size it is. It doesn't matter what is on the background because we're not going to use it anyways. So I'm actually going to even zoom out. So I'm going to be working in this whole area, and I'm going to try and copy it exactly how it is from here because I think I can. Let's see. I'm going to click on all of these things. I'm holding down the shift key as I'm clicking them, so it will select all of them. And then I'm going to copy and get back into PowerPoint. There we go. And I'm going to hit paste. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. And it's gigantic. And not in the right spot. Okay, that's all right. Oh, and it looked like it did it twice. I think I hit it twice. Yep. All right, so let me get rid of those. All right, so I'm going to rebuild it over here. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter that I'm on the slide over there because we're not going to see it anyway. So I just have to place everything pretty much where I want it, just like that. And my giant light bulb, I will scale down just like that. Okay, now once I am happy with my placement and everything, I'm going to group them together. Now, one thing I didn't mention and why I like to kind of zoom out and work outside of the slide is because the bigger your sticker, the better the resolution is going to be when you go to insert it into Google Sites or whatever you're using. So if it's web-based. So you don't want to make it teeny tiny. You want it nice and big. It's not going to show up that big on your website. But that just helps. It's going to give you more pixels so that the resolution is a little bit higher. So work outside of the slide, make it nice and big. All right, so to group it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them again. So I'm going to hold the shift key down as I click on all of them, and then I'm going to group them. Now I can come up here to arrange and click on the drop down and groups right here. The other option that I have is just to right click, and I'm going to select group from there. What that does is it just makes them into one group. It kind of glues them together. So from here, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that the whole thing is selected, not like this, where one piece. I want the whole thing, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click Save as Picture. And again, I can just title it whatever I want, and I already have welcome sticker, so I'll do welcome sticker 2. We want to make sure that it's selected as a PNG because that's going to give us that transparent background. So we're good there. And then I just click, actually I'm going to move this to the desktop, and then we just click Save, and then it should be there. If I can get out of PowerPoint. And let me check. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I can click on it, and there's my sticker. And again, I can go into my Google site and just add it from there, and I'm good to go. That's also a great way if you are adding other things to your Google site, like not your headers, like further down, you can create text stickers of whatever you want it to say, and you can put it down there also. I love that trick, which is another reason why I love the text stickers, because there's so many words and you can create like just about anything that you needed from these. They're perfect for that, and you can use them not just in Google Sites, Google Slides, you know, whatever you're working on, they are perfect for. So I hope that was helpful with how to create some banners, how to use them with Google Sites, and that you are ready to go create some really awesome personalized banners.